Hello and welcome to my reaction video for both the Brutal Swarm update and the Solar Raid update, both recorded at the time that those respective seasons were announced, but obviously I never uploaded my Brutal Swarm reaction, so I'm going to edit that and then edit the Solar Raid reaction and then put them together in the same video. Just a minor clarification before we start, this video is not a full unedited reaction. This video is going to be edited down to show points that I'm like, oh, that's cool, like my reactions, basically. So if you want to see the full unedited video, then you're going to have to go watch the original, because this is not meant to be a replacement of the original. Your best bet is to watch the original if you want to enjoy this video to its full extent. So, Season 3 of Year 7, Operation Brutal Storm, this is the reveal. I will tell you very quickly before we start what I know about the season. I know his weapons, or I know two of his weapons. I know it's a Singaporean character, and I know two of his weapons are the SG, CQB, as well as the 552 Commando from IQ. I know his gadget is like a grenade launcher looking of sorts that shoots bees or something, and I heard that it's called Lion 3.0. So maybe it's going to have something to do with, or Lion 2.0? It's going to have something to do with, uh, spotting people or something. I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm Camille
Hold on, wait.
Salazar.
Is it just me or is the quality terrible? This is 1080p? That doesn't look like it.
Hadaway, and today we're talking Nighthaven. There's always been some.
Am I dumb? Or is the quality like awful? What is happening here? This does not look like 1080p. Oh god, it's worse. Maybe it's because I have like a 4K TV. That's probably why.
Tension.
Okay.
What's their deal? Creative director Alexander Karpazis is here to enlighten us.
Stadium.
and
Oh,
share
okay. I don't
more
want.
on
I saw
everything
Stadium. I
that's
saw
happening this
Stadium.
season.
I don't want to say anything, but I saw Stadium. That's the new. That's got to be the new Stadium map. If I'm not mistaken, they're gonna bring Stadium into ranked, which is wow. Which one though? 2022, 2021, 2020. Anything's possible.
Operation Brutal Swarm is a huge
It's
season
Alex
for us.
Karp.
It's setting a lot of the foundational pillars that we want to build.
It says it's a huge season for us, bro. You say that every season, my friend, my brother in Christ. You say that literally every season. Not every season can be a huge season for you. Is this actually a really huge season? I don't know, but it's going to be hard, very difficult to top season 1, especially considering we're not getting a new map. But I'm still looking forward to all the changes.
Build off of before, and it's a nice surprise for our community.
It's
And we have some
2021.
interesting updates that are really important to of it coming.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with Stadium 2021.
We also set up new changes for the next season as well.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Now that you've heard more
Basically, from my understanding of this, it's basically like the next season's going to be the big, amazing, bastful season. This season is basically just leading up to the next
about what's
season.
coming, it's time.
Yo, it's literally Black Ops 3. it's it's Nomad. I think that was his name, Nomad from Black Ops. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Nomad. It was something else. It's just Black Ops 3, man. It is. So last season we had basically a ripoff of Viper from Valorant. Now we have basically a ripoff of that honeybee hive mind gadget from Black Ops 3, man. That's just, you can't make this up.
Are looking, as well as updating the recoil system and making weapon attachments more impactful.
Oh.
Plus, a new impact EMP grenade arrives to give more
Look at
attackers the
that.
power to
That's
turn
good.
out the lights.
Who might not be seen as a member of Nighthaven at first sight.
Yeah, it just looks like a military dude.
Like Grim
Yeah, it looks like a soldier.
These colorful operators. which creates this interesting dynamic. And Grim's
Yeah,
supposed
I
to
think
be a
that's
little
fine.
bit outcast, and he needs to stand out a little bit. We researched a lot of MMA fighters and athletes to really
Ah.
capture that history of a
Muay Thai.
veteran soldier.
Except it's Muay
What I
Singapore.
personally really like.
We really like the feeling when you are inside the
The
swarm.
visual effects look so like the, the visual effects of you having the swarm. It looks like something out of 2007, man. What in the world? It looks so weird and jarring. Like wow. Oh man, I like the idea of this though. So basically, here's the thing, right? I'm not saying this character is going to be bad, but it's also going to be like, why wouldn't you just go Nomad? Like, it feels like Nomad does basically the same thing, except is more of a deterrence. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Let's give them a chance
We
to
really love
defend
this feeling,
why
and
this
we are
character
thrilled to
exists.
present that to our player today.
Is a 3-speed, 1 health attacker. It's been a while since we had one of those.
Yeah.
It really
Last
goes
one was
with
like
the rest of
Maverick, I
the
think.
We have the 5.52 Commando as a primary assault rifle.
What's the pistol?
You know how
The
how
P229.
reliable,
Obviously,
how
yeah,
good
we've
it
been
is.
looking at
We also
gameplay of it.
have the
So interesting. Yeah, they went with the P229. Why can't you just give an attacker the P10C already? Like, just give an attacker the P10C, man. No attacker, not a single attacker in the entire game has the P10C. It's only Clash and Warden. Mix it up. Give an attacker the P10C, man. Come on, like it's just it kills me every time. Now we gotta wait potentially 2 seasons before we get to see the P10C on attack. Man, it's just disappointing. It's disappointing. And don't get me wrong, I don't think the P229 is a bad gun, but it's like it already got reused for Goyo. So it already exists for 2 characters, Hibana and Echo. Then it got reused for Goyo, and then you're gonna reuse it again? I don't know, man. Like again, there's so many pistols in the game. You could spice it up a bit, right? M45. Give him the M45. Only 3 attackers have that gun. Or 3 characters have that gun. 2 attackers and 1 defender. Mix it up. Or what's another underrated pistol? Well, we already used the PRB and the D50 and the P10. The USP40. It's already been reused, but nobody's using it on either of the characters that exist, or any of the characters that exist, right? Because it exists on Jackal, Mira, and Oryx. But nobody's using it on any of those characters because they have a second option that allows them to destroy hatches, which is arguably more useful, especially for the characters that they are. So just give them the USP. That way the USP can get some love. Just wild. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I just wanted to rant. Oh, and then oops.
The SG CQB as another primary option. It's one of the first time that we have an operator that uses
A shotgun and his 3-speed?
and is a 3-speed.
Yeah.
If you remember, you remember.
Well, yeah, Hibana. Hibana has a shotgun with 3-speed. I mean, there's Recruit, obviously, with the M870, but
But for this time, it's the first named operator that we have. In the secondary,
that's not
weapon,
true. Hibana is literally a 3-speed. Like, what do you mean? This Hibana is literally a 3-speed with a shotgun. What are you talking about?
If they do, everyone on the team will be alerted.
So, question: does it last forever? Right? Like, is it the same vibe as the air jabs, where you place them down and they last forever? Because if that's the case, then can you hear them? Right? Because you can hear the air jabs. Can you hear this? I'm assuming you can hear this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Now that I'm saying all that. I mean, there's no guarantee that's true.
have
But still.
an attacker that is about aggression. We've had operators.
The
that
iron sights
were
are awful, by the way,
planning
for that
heavy,
thing.
You had to
That's-
think about what you were. Operators like Nomad, Gridlock, they really help you secure the areas that you can. attack
Yeah,
with
imagine
your-
Nomad,
If you know
Gridlock,
that
and
there's a defender
Grid-
stuck inside a room, and also you have Lion. Lion really creates
The oh
this
no,
move or don't move.
the
You have
lion.
the swarm that is creating on you, but so you will have to take care of the mute jammer.
Okay, mute's a
first
good
before
counter, that's good.
Having the effect, the radius of a mute jammer. You
It'll
will
get
be
rid of the
cleansed.
scan?
You can think of it
Nice.
similar to the call from the.
That's a really good.
The projectile can be caught by. We made sure that there's a lot of.
So
specific-
basically, it has the same counters as the air jab, right? So it's basically just air jab 2.0 or air jab 1.5. It's a mix between air jab and alibi scan maybe. It's kind of unique in its own way, but in terms of usage, you're probably not going to use both Swarm, or sorry, not Swarm, sorry. You're not going to use both Grim and Nomad. You'd probably use one or the other depending on what your goals are. In terms of usage, I would say arguably Air Jab or the Nomad is better, but Nomad only has 3 shots. How many does Grim have? More than 3?
You can
Probably
hear the shot.
probably 4 or 5.
You will hear it still. Grim is a really aggressive attacker. We have the 3 speed, we have the good assault rifle, we have all
It is
of
a
the
good assault
tools to
rifle.
give you an attack
What kind of
that is
scopes does
really
he have,
in
though?
the face.
Do you want to tell him or shall I? Tell me what? There's no easy way to say this. It's gonna break his heart. We've all been there.
We've got a little surprise for you.
It's not really
The
surprising at this
stadium
point.
map from the Road to SI event is entering the map pool. Don't ban it. Don't do it. Don't ban it.
Don't
More
ban
on
it.
that later. Game designer Josem El Rene.
Yeah,
is
that's
here
true.
to
That's
share the
true.
good
So yeah, they're changing the way that the ranked banning system works, where you can choose like 1 of 5 maps to ban, kind of thing. Although that wouldn't really help much. People would just still ban the least good map.
We always had a lot of fun playing it. We needed a little bit of outside feedback to be sure that it was ready to be brought to the ranked pool. So we asked a couple of pros to workshop and talked with us.
Did you
and they
add
had
new
a
objective
lot of
locations?
positive feedback about the map. That's pretty much it. We did a couple, and finally we added the game modes, the team deathmatch, and the PvE elements.
That's good. Yeah, yeah.
We are
Terrace
very
on this
excited
would
to
be
bring
good.
you this map as a ranked map or even a casual.
Hopefully they do it
that
with
will
the
be
other
available
stadium
for
map.
players. Mainly because it is a familiar yet different feeling. Because
They're
it's
using the
two
LMG.
maps that are
The ability to report cheaters during match replay.
Doesn't matter to me, but that's cool. That's good. That's useful. Yeah, yeah. That's good. What I think the general trend of this season is that the amount of strictly new content is going to be rather limited. Like we're not getting a new map. We're getting one new operator with completely reused guns with a gadget that's very similar to other characters, right? So in terms of the actual content we're getting in like terms of amount and whatnot, it's going to be rather limited. What I'm hoping is that all of the other stuff is going to be super exciting. So we're going to get new recoil, we're going to get a new EMP gadget, changes to the reputation system. So I think that's where this season is really going to shine, is all of the extras. Because they've been going hard in on the extras, and I'm actually okay with that. I don't need to have a new I don't need to have like all new stuff every single season. I mean, obviously new stuff, but like it doesn't have to be super expansive. Like it doesn't have to be a new operator with a new weapon every single season. Like having a new weapon is fine, but then sometimes the weapon sucks, like the POF, and I don't care about the character. Simply a large part because that weapon sucks.
We want to create a positive environment for everybody.
That's what he said.
It is key.
Create. He said, "I want to
Communication
crap."
is key. The
Good.
team put a lot of effort toward all of this new feature.
I don't.
For the future, I'm really
I mean,
excited.
listen. It's greatly appreciated, but I think they're overselling it a bit. It's like, oh man, we put so much time and effort. Like, dude, take one option and apply it to a different setting. Like you don't have to rewrite code. You don't have to rewrite anything. It's just take something from here and put it somewhere else. Like, let's be real. It's not that difficult, okay? It's really not. Like, if you were like making the reporting system and having the sanctions and all that, the reputation system, absolutely, that could take a long time, months. But taking a feature that already exists and applying it to a different context is not that difficult. I'm going to be real. I'm not a game developer, but just from common sense, you act like it's the most difficult thing in the world. If they were to say to my face that was really difficult, I would say they're incompetent because it's really not that difficult, okay? Like relative to all of the other stuff they're working on.
Building all content.
All right, let's see all the
Balancing
balancing
will have an
changes.
important role in Operation Brutal Swarm.
Oh,
We're evolving
yep, there we
the way
go.
we handle weapon recoil, which
Ooh.
means the attachments you select will now have a bigger impact.
Interesting.
Plus,
Okay.
some of your favorite operators will be getting a new secondary gadget option, the
Oh.
Impact EMP
Oh yeah,
grenade.
obviously the impact.
On top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that, There's exciting news for Rook and Dokkaebi.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back, Alexander.
Uh-oh. For Rook. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because that's going to be the self-revive thing for Rook. Ooh, wow. That's going to be a little broken. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's broken or not, but, oh, man. I don't know what Dokkaebi is, though. Ooh, what is Dokkaebi?
Pauses and
What is
Javier
Dokkaebi?
Sabarigo from the
Oh, I'm
Bouncing
so
team to
curious.
tell
What is
you more.
Dokkaebi?
One of the biggest changes we're making is separating the balancing between the PC world and the console world.
That's finally.
Console will now be tuned separately than any other changes that we're doing on PC right now.
Okay.
And that's to make sure that we
Good.
have player comfort in mind for all of the changes that we do want to make for console. However, it goes by the same philosophy. The longer that you hold down the trigger,
Yeah, nobody
the more
really likes horizontal
sway that
recoil,
you'll
but if
get
there is no
with any
horizontal
AR,
recoil, then the guns are too easy to
SMG,
use.
and LMG. We are now
'Cause vertical
making
recoil
sure
is
that
easy to
burst
control.
fire is the favored way to approach any kind of one-on-one interaction. We
Oh
looked
my
at
goodness.
any kind
Hold on, wait, let me check. Let me look at
making
this.
sure that burst fire is the favored way to approach any kind of one-on-one
Oh
interaction.
man, that's crazy.
We looked at sustained fire, and it has a lot of randomness.
That's a huge
that
nerf.
Doesn't answer to what we always want to encourage strategy.
So basically, what's going to happen now is people are going to burst fire with LMGs around corners. That would be weird. That would be weird. But no, seriously, jokes aside, though, that does actually fix a lot of LMG problems. I think that the fact that they specified that this is PC only is important because I think that had this been on console, I think nobody would use LMGs. And I don't think they want 0 people to use LMGs. They just don't want them to be overly oppressive in terms of being able to, keep holding down the trigger and
The
just.
correct angle.
Okay, let's
If you
see.
want to deal with recoil, we give you new options.
Are they new options?
Muzzle brake and flash hiders are coming to all of these weapon families.
Oh.
We're also bringing more grips.
Oh, that's interesting. Muzzle brake and flash hider are coming to. I think muzzle brake was already on every weapon family. I don't think there's a single weapon in the game that doesn't have a muzzle brake. But flash hider though, that's kind of interesting. But it's not. But not compensator though. I think pretty much every weapon in the game already has the option, except for like Kali's sniper rifle. Basically, every gun in the game already has the option for a muzzle brake. I'm trying to think of one that doesn't, and I literally can't.
Angled and vertical, and
Oh, the
more
C7.
scopes than ever before.
The
That
C7.
means that you can build your that every piece of customization is.
Are they
meaningful,
buffing the extended barrel?
that you actually have real choice between them all. Silencers now will be available without the damage debuff, making it that much more interesting to play with.
Okay.
With all of these new changes.
What about the
we have-
extended barrel, though? What about the extended barrel? The suppressor change is good, right? Because there's the opportunity cost with the suppressor, where you don't get the you don't get the recoil buff, and without the recoil buff, you're gonna have to deal with worse recoil for the suppressor. But without the damage debuff, I feel like a lot more people are gonna start using suppressors. I don't know. We'll see.
Of impacts that are going to come out of this.
Oh, infinite
is
ammo. That's
new
good.
weapons that have.
You saw that? They have infinite ammo for the shooting range now. I think that's an option. I guess we'll see.
Long been determined back as well. These are subtle changes that are.
Oh,
changing
extended
the
barrel
way
for the
that we can
MP7.
Introduce new attachments
Okay.
and new ways to play the game, and we really do believe that.
I mean, they say
this-
they're introducing new attachments. They aren't introducing new attachments. They're just breathing more variety into the already existing attachments. Because before it was just like put muzzle brake on everything. Because muzzle brake was arguably the most useful. I mean, it reduced your first shot vertical recoil, which was pretty substantial most of the time, so it was worth it. But now there might be a little bit more nuance to which barrel attachment you choose.
We were working on the EMP impact.
Oh, also, something they didn't mention. Allegedly, a lot more weapons are getting the angled grip now. So, for example, the L85, the Glaz's OTS, the ARX, weapons that previously didn't have an angled grip are going to be getting some. So, they didn't talk about that, but yeah.
So, also, gadgets and electricity will be disabled during 9 seconds.
Is how many EMP grenades you get? Just one? Oh, you get 2.
A range of 2 meters instead of 5 meters.
2 is a lot. 2 is a lot.
Also, gadgets and
Okay.
electricity will be disabled during 9 seconds instead of. The operators that will have the EMP impact as the third option are Sledge, Montaigne, Blackbird, Dokaebi,
Oh, Blackbeard.
Lion, Gridlock, Nock, Osa, and the Recruit, and will be equipped with.
Okay, so let me think about this. So Sludge is interesting. Dokebi, Lion, Gridlock, Nook, Osa, and Recruit. Okay. Yeah, interesting. What are they replacing though? Because are they getting rid of Sludge's frags? Are they getting rid of Monty's Heartbreach? Are they getting rid of Dokebi's smoke? Are they getting rid of Gridlock's breaching charge? That would be the smart play, is getting rid of her breach charge. Are they getting rid of Nook's frag or her breach gadget? Both of them are pretty good. I don't know.
Two
I don't know.
gadget units. Will be more consistent.
So wait, hold on.
Dokaebi's logic bomb cannot.
The logic bomb. Hold on, let me read this again.
So from now, the dead operators will be affected as the live ones, but the logic bomb cannot be interrupted.
Okay, so what you're saying is, when you're dead, because previously if Dokebi called everyone's phones, dead players could still use the cameras and whatnot. But now, that won't be the case. Okay, sure. That's a fine
With this
change.
change, we will be giving more importance to Dokaebi's ability and will be more consistent.
An icon next to the locked objectives. This will help
That's
players
useful.
with their map knowledge, and it
Yep.
will also show previously hidden information that maybe more experienced players already knew. But overall, it will help players focus on decisions that matter, like planning their attack instead of feeling lost around the tactical map. Of being able to ban maps from the pool. We
Yeah.
will continue to
So,
monitor the situation and the performance of this change. But also
So,
make any
Emerald
adjustments
Plains is still gonna
necessary
get banned.
as part of our commitment on increasing map diversity.
Starting this season, the Battle Pass will come with a discount on all items in the shop. And
Wow.
if you like, you could buy one for your friend as a treat.
That's
For
cool.
more details, here's Business
That's-
Strategy Director Mohammed
That
Ben
makes the
Hamada.
Battle Pass worth buying now. That's a huge change. Is it like a 10% discount?
We're truly excited to bring back
That's
one of the perks that was in the year pass prior. So
Yes.
we're bringing back the shop discount. So what this
That's-
means is for that Battle Pass owners,
that's a great
you'll be able
change.
to have the 10% shop discount during the
That's
season where
fantastic.
you have the Battle Pass. And for our year pass owners, you will have it up until the end of year 7.
Yes.
This 10% discount will apply on any items on the shop, whether it's on Arxis Credit or Renown. So this
Yes.
means alpha packs, collection packs.
That's
elites,
such a good
or
change,
expensive items,
yes.
All of this will be at a
Thank
10%
you.
reduction. We know that
Yes.
Siege is a game that is best played with your friends. So we want you
Nice.
to be able to also
Castle Elite. Enjoy.
Ooh, Castle Elite. That's yeah. It's the dog red. That's a cool one. Looks pretty cool. I've seen the leaks. I like how it's in Clubhouse. It's pretty cool. Finally, all of the Pathfinder's characters are going to have elite skins now. Oh, well, that's the end of the stream. There we go. Thoughts on the season? Mediocre. Mediocre overall. I'm still excited for it, obviously, because it's new content. In terms of the quality of the season, I mean, it's subpar, I would say. Which is fine, because I was totally okay with this season not being that great, because I had the expectation that all of the good content was going to be getting pushed to next season. So that's, you know what? This season is good enough. That's the best way of describing it, is good enough. I'm not going to play this game a bunch. I'm probably going to get to tier 100 and then stop playing. But nonetheless, there is enough good stuff in here to warrant me wanting to continue playing it versus now. Like, I'm probably going to not be playing it for the rest of the season today. Maybe once or twice. But I will obviously play again. So, yeah, you know, it's alright. There's some good stuff in here. There's some good stuff in here, no doubt. And the Battle Pass changes are really... Or the Battle Pass. Battle Pass. The Battle Pass changes are good and warranted. Awesome. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Peace. Bye. Season 4, Year 7, reveal Solar Raid. So, let's do a quick recap of what's in this season, right? Crossplay, cross-progression, the new operator who has something to do with identifying characters or attackers' abilities or something. I didn't look into it. I saw like a screenshot of what the heads-up display looks like. So I know it's like some kind of yellow thing and you can see gadgets or something, right? I don't know what it does or how it works. I purposefully didn't watch that Jaeger himself video because I wanted to see it for myself in this video. No, next up, new map. Next up, Rank 2.0. This seems to be a banger of a season. Oh, 35 minutes. I'm excited. Let's go. Hopefully there's actually balancing changes in here. Please buff Grim. Please buff Sense. Maybe nerf Maverick. I don't know. That one is...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Operation Solar Raid. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, and today we're sharing a huge season with you.
Yeah, no
It
kidding.
all starts with a new squad.
Probably our biggest season ever. From top to
Sounds
bottom,
like it.
we're adding a
Yeah.
ton of features and the squad of Intel. And you'll get
Okay, so what we got here, we got Zero, obviously, which is funny because Zero's not the leader, but Zero is part of it. Maverick, yeah, secrecy, yeah. Nook, definitely. Zofia, not really secret. Definitely Zofia does not fit in. Zofia is literally like when they introduced her character, it was a giant hole in the wall, and it's like, nah, Zofia doesn't fit in, that's fine though, whatever. Glaz, yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you look at his operator video, he's literally like hidden behind there, yeah. Yana, not really secrecy, but it's definitely intel, yeah. Gathering intel would be, I would say, yeah. Flores, I mean, it sounds like he's not about secrecy, but in reality, he's not going in there himself and blowing things up. He's sending in a drone, which, you know, it's not really secrecy, but yeah. I feel like Twitch would have been better in here than over Flores. Caveira, obviously. Vigil, yeah. Legion, his goo mines are invisible, so absolutely. Valkyrie, yeah, her cameras are hard to see. Warden? He's not really about secrecy. I mean, yeah, no, he's not about secrecy. No. Mozzie, yeah, I can see Mozzie, yeah. Stealing your drones and you don't expect it, yeah. And then obviously
to learn a lot more.
Well, it's not just, I guess it's not about secrecy, it's about intel gathering. All of these characters make sense for intel gathering and secrecy, except for Zofia. Zofia does not fit in whatsoever. Why is she in this squad? She should move to, like, the big explosion characters, like when they put, like, in the same squad where Thermite's going to be a part of. Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Thermite's going to host one squad and Hibana's going to host a different squad. Zofia should have been part of that squad. Whatever squad that Ash is a part of.
About their story and to battle. It's unlike anything else we've ever introduced in the game, and we hope you have a lot of fun exploring it.
It's immediately giving me
anti-cheat and anti-toxicity.
It's immediately just taking a glance at it. It reminds me of a combination of Stadium Bravo and Tower. Anybody else get those vibes? A little bit Emerald Plains, but more Tower plus Stadium Bravo.
It's one of the most important topics for us.
Let's go! Oh, I'm hyped.
Operation Solar Raid is coming, and it is a big one. But before we break it down for you, here's a glimpse of your new operator in action on the new Nighthaven lab.
This map is so what? So that gave me immediately looking at this map, right? That gave me
Here's
Canal
a
vibes.
glimpse of your new operator
This is giving me right here Canal vibes.
in action,
And also kind
on
of
the new
Fortified.
Nighthaven Labs map.
This map, oh, this map is, it feels like it's giving me nostalgia, even though I've never played it.
Solis joins the Defender.
Also, if you're curious, if you didn't know, Nighthaven Labs was originally supposed to come out during year 7, season 3, which was when Grim came out, right? So you would have had a new Nighthaven operator and a new Nighthaven map coming at the same time. But they delayed that map for some reason. I don't know, maybe to make year 4 or season 4 even better, because you get a new map and all this new content. Yeah, even though the fact that it's a Nighthaven map not coming with a Nighthaven operator, it's unfortunate because that would have been a nice correlation. Still, that was originally the plan. Just like how there are estimations, like some people believe that the Emerald Plains map, which takes place in Ireland, was originally supposed to come out at the same time that Thorn came out, who is an Irish operator. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is a theory, and it does make some sense.
With an electronics detecting augmented
generic soldier, and we wanted Solis to have a similar treatment. We allow the gadget to have a little bit more features.
So basically, she's
while the rest
Ant-Man.
of design is a lot more.
You have this pulse of 3D lines that starts and fades in the distance, giving the position of every electronic device on its way.
So basically, This is gonna be only ever really used for. Okay, there's two ways in which this is useful. Runouts, very useful for runouts, because if you want to do a runout and make sure there isn't a claymore there, easy way of doing that. So that's very useful. Also for looking for drones, like if they have a drone hidden in there in your room somewhere, rather than it being hidden, it's immediately available to you. So hiding your drone hiding your drone in sight when the enemy team has a Solus is going to be not viable, and that will definitely change the way that you play. Also, if you're like Flores, for example, it's going to be more risky because potentially they might see that you're on your drone. Because like if you're on your drone, then yeah, it might be like a Pulse 2.0 where you can be like, hey, right here is an enemy on his drone, throw a C4 from below. That's pretty powerful. I don't think it's overpowered. In fact, I feel like Solus is going to be underpowered in a way. Like, what's it called? I feel like she's going to be like Sense in a way, where she's going to need a buff eventually, just from a glance. That's my guess right there. I'm calling my shots. But yeah.
Usually with loadouts, we try to give flexibility for players. We give the P90
The
as a primary.
XT12L. Oh, but SMG11, no way! Let's go! Let's go! Finally, the ITA-12L is viable! Let's go! Yo! Because let me be real, right? For Jackal and Mira, absolutely zero reason to use the IT-12L. Why? Because you have the ITA-12S, a secondary shotgun, which is already pretty bad. But the ITA-12L, the secondary shotgun that's already really good is what I meant to say. And the primary shotgun isn't that much better. And also their primary weapon options are really good. Like, let's talk about it, right? Mira, the Vector, one of the best weapons on defense. Like, it straight up shreds. It's so good. And don't even talk about Jackal. The PDW-9 is killer. The C7E had to be nerfed. It's still pretty good now. But now, ITA-12L and SMG-11, that's going to be my new combo. That's the combo right there. Boom! Also, because they didn't reuse the P10C here, I'm hoping next season, the P10C, the Bailiff, or the Karatos are going to be reused for the new attacker. I really hope, because those guns are only used by defenders. Also, next season, maybe, if not any of those, 44 Automag, please. Can we get the 44 Automag again? It's only on 2 operators that came out in the same season. I want to see that weapon again. To be fair, it's not like it's underrepresented, because Kaid is one of the most played operators in the game, but still would like to see it again. You know?
Giving the impact to Solus allows her to kind of help her destroy any gadgets coming her way as a last resort.
Wait, is
if
that
she
the
doesn't have
diffuser?
anything
Does
else,
that mark
she's
the
going to
diffuser?
panic and she needs to deal with the utility
Oh,
that she sees.
that is so... Oh my god, you can see people that are planting the diffuser. That's crazy. Yo, Warden is gone. There's no point of using Warden anymore. I'm sorry. There's no point of using Warden. You can basically literally see operators through smoke. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, actually, to be fair, Warden still does have some use because they might just throw down the smoke just to exist behind it, especially if it's a glass. So Warden still has use, but man, whoo, Solus. Oh man, okay, never mind. I take it back. Maybe Solus might not be underpowered. Holy crap.
A Grim and Jackal. They're very useful to kind of flush out these rumors.
Grim. Let's be real.
The thing with Solus is since
Grim
she
is
doesn't
only
have
useful. Let's be real, right? Grim is only useful if they're hiding in a corner in the site. Grim is less versatile than Capitao, because Capitao at least has smokes, which can be used for planting. Grim is only useful if they're in a position where you can have cover and shoot into sight and get info on where they are exactly. So for example, I like to go Grim on Oregon, when they're in dorms. Because if they're hiding in the corner up there, I can flush them out. I can either force them to not be in the corner or force them to stay in the corner, and then I can have my teammate throw in a frag grenade and get a free kill. Because we will know exactly where they are. So, yeah, that is the only situations where Grim is useful, is if they're in the corner. Grim is not a roam clear operator, let's be real. Grim is only good for anchoring operators. That's the only time where he's useful, and also for post plants. So, for example, if you're post planting and you want to try and see where the enemies are coming from, throw down your Kawan Hive, and they're either going to have to run into it, giving away their location, or they won't be able to touch diffuser. Simple as that. Oh man.
Nighthaven.
Okay, I will say though, Pulse, he's gonna have a run for his money, because like this Solus. The thing is, even if Solus isn't necessarily strong by herself, she's definitely a power creep operator. She's creeping in the territories of Mozzie. Well, not really Mozzie, kind of Mozzie, but more so, she's creeping in the territories of Warden, creeping in the territories of Pulse, and creeping in the territories of I don't know who else, really. Probably that's it, honestly. Kind of Mozzie, not really.
Well, let me tell you this. You won't be able to ban this map at launch. You'll hear more on that later, but for now...
That's interesting. Okay. Interesting. That is one way of forcing people to play the new map in Ranked. That's one way of doing it. Because, I mean, let's be real. For as long as I can remember, I would say probably since Year 6, Season 1, what was that, the Border rework? After that, every single map has been like a go-to ban in Ranked. Favela, that's a go-to ban in Ranked. I guess none of the Coastline and Bank are not really, so I guess that season doesn't count. But the Outback rework, definitely a go-to ban in Ranked. Emerald Plains, a go-to ban in Ranked. And, what's that map? Stadium Bravo, also a go-to ban in Ranked. So, if they just say, hey, you can't ban this map, that's one way of doing it.
Team lead Jeremy Dowsett is here to
Honestly, I'm not even mad. That's probably a good thing, because I want to play some of the new maps in Ranked, but they always get banned.
Deanna Stanley to tell us all the details.
I can't wait to see the balancing changes. Because I heard Jaeger himself little, what's it called? What is it called? Jaeger himself leak is that a bunch of characters are getting their speeds changed. Like Sans is going to be a 3-speed. Some other characters are going to be 1-speeds. It's going to be wild, if that's true. It might not be true.
We are really glad to say that we will be removing the friendly fire from the preparation phase.
There we go. Finally! Finally! God! This is it! This is it! Oh, yes! That's what I was asking for. For years, I was like, why is it in the prep phase? And for the first 30 seconds of the round. Come on! You don't need friendly fire in the first 30 seconds of the round.
I hope you will enjoy this new change.
Yes.
And we will be looking at your feedback during the season launch.
This is a huge step in the right direction, though. Also change it so that the first 30 seconds of the round, no friendly fire. Because one common thing as an attacker is when you try and shoot a camera and you shoot your teammate. And that's also just an element of frustration. And that isn't necessary. You don't need that. We don't need we don't need friendly fire in the first 30 seconds of the round. Come on. Like, during the middle of the match, totally understand it, right? Because you have people throwing frag grenades in, you have, like, Monty being aggressive. Okay, how about this? First 15 seconds of the round, okay? Yeah, first 15, oh, come on. Let's add it a little bit for the prep phase, come on. Or in the action phase, come on.
Looking at
We are removing the placement matches, because the only value that will be reset is the rank. You will start your rank progression at the beginning of the ladder.
So basically, they're pulling in Apex Legends.
The demotion shield, that will prevent you from losing ranks easily. The current reward system is only giving you one chance per season, the one of your highest rank.
Okay, so you can lose MMR, you just can't go down a lot in your rank. So for example, like if you're truly a copper, then when you get to like if you're like truly a copper player, then when you get to like the bronze level, you're probably going to keep losing and it'll keep pushing you back down into the copper level. But if you're like actually a gold player, then when you get to the gold region, you should be good. Once like if you do make it back to if you do make it up, oh well, if you make it okay. So theoretically, right, if you're actually a gold player, once you get to like near the end of your gold, like if you're like at gold 1, you'll just keep losing and it'll keep putting you back into gold. Like you won't win enough matches in a row to put you into platinum. Because once you stay in gold, you're locked in gold, theoretically. This is how my interpretation of how it works.
Rainbow Six Siege Battle Pass has evolved to become more tactical, offering you new ways to
What
unlock
the hell
rewards
am I
that matter
looking
to
at?
you faster. Progress your way, pick your rewards.
I mean, that sounds good. If it's going to be the
We are
same
really
amount of
thrilled to bring
content,
this
then
new
sure.
Battle Pass system to our player. In April of 2019, we launched the Rainbow is Magic event. This was one of the most appreciated events from our community.
Yeah,
One key
it was
aspect
cool.
that was well talked about in the community was the drone skin.
Yeah!
The cute little
I
cat
knew it was going to be a drone skin call out. Oh, wow.
So I'm really excited today to announce that we'll be bringing drone customization to the game.
Listen, I'm both excited and terrified at the same time. Because this just means you're going to fill up the battle pass with more clutter. But drone skins are cool though, okay, right? Unlike attachment skins, which are just literally a color most of the time. This is cool. Attachment skins, I like them too. But they're usually just one color. Operator cards, again, cool, but you don't use more than one per operator. Like, for me, for example, OSA. I have 3 operator cards for OSA. And I can only use one at a time, right? So, this is good.
We've got balancing updates affecting some operators' health and speed, as well as changes
Oh,
aimed
balancing.
at leveling
Let's
the
go
playing
balancing.
field when it comes to movement while aiming down sights.
Oh, okay.
Here's
let's
game
do it.
designer
Oh,
Robert
okay, I'm excited.
Cole
I'm
in
excited.
our Barcelona studio.
All right, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I've been waiting the whole video for this.
Right now, 3 speed operators will have the same ADS movement speed, which will be the ones from the...
Guys, the revolution has started. The revolution has started. This is the most massive change. Okay, I'm not even against this. This is so hype. This is actually... I did not expect to care about this so much, but this is so good. Oh my god. Yes! Okay,
3 armor
sorry.
operators.
Life update. We'll tell you more about that, plus details on ability mode and more.
Ability
Here
mode?
again, our associate
What is
producer
ability
Killian
mode?
Callow
I guess we'll
and
find
game
out.
designer Mathieu Lacombe.
I like those balancing changes. I was hoping there was more. I was hoping for a Grim. I was hoping. I'm so sad that was it though. Like, don't get me wrong. I really liked what I saw, but I wanted to see a Grim buff and a Sense buff, and it's just sad. It's just sad. I mean, Sense did get a buff. 3 speed is a massive change, but like a buff to their gadget. That's what I wanted to see.
Last year, during Season 4, we removed the ability to switch fire mode on your weapons. This season, we're replacing this input with the ability to change the fire mode of your gadgets without equipping your gadgets.
That's pretty
For
good.
operators such as Capitao and Zofia, we will allow the players to switch ability mode when they're not equipped with the weapon. If you're going to...
Oh, that's pretty useful. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's actually really useful. Because, yeah, it is kind of annoying how you pull out your gadget and you're like, oh, it's not in the right mode. I got to switch it. That's good. And Hibana too? See, because I was wondering, like, why? Because when they did it with High Caliber, I'm like, why did you remove the button? There's no reason to remove it because it doesn't change anything. Now, instead of pressing left on the D-pad doing something when you have your gun out, now it does nothing. Finally, a whole year later, by the way, so we had to wait four whole seasons to actually see the reason why they did it in the first place. But a whole year later, this change makes a big difference, actually. Yeah, that's good. That's a good change. Okay, yeah. Now that makes sense. They should have done this in High Caliber, though. Or give us the option to use Burst for the rest of the season. Removing the option for Burst and not replacing it with anything is really stupid. But whatever, fine.
Or the building,
Cool.
you want to breach something. Well, we started in the High Caliber with this feature. We're improving it now, and we're going to use it in the future. We're going to expand on it.
AKA, you know,
We
actually
can
making
look
it
for
work.
us to have 2 inputs for you have the diffuser on someone, or they'll be black because you have to get the diffuser first.
That's a good change.
Tuning your
You know what's funny? I was literally talking to my friend about that exact scenario like 2 days ago. So
loadout to fit your playstyle is important. And the shooting range is a great place to
shooting
get
range
your weapon
update.
and
Yes.
attachment pairings
Moving targets.
just right.
Moving targets. Please
Game
moving
designer
targets.
Robert Cole is back to
Moving
detail a
targets.
new update for the
Moving
shooting
targets.
range to help you get everything dialed in.
Also, I hope with accessibility they change it so that that's probably going to be the colorblind stuff. Dang. I was hoping with accessibility that would be like you get to tune your drone or camera sensitivity to be different than your shooting sensitivity, because I struggle very hard when using a controller to precisely look at an item when I'm on the cameras, right? I struggle a lot to precisely look at an item and ping it. But if there were two different options, then no problem, right? Moving targets. Please.
We are very happy with how the shooting range is functioning right now.
Yeah, me too,
but
actually.
It's true that players struggle to remember which guns and attachments they tested, as well as they cannot compare the recoils of the different weapons. Let's keep track of the different weapons they tested. We hope that this new feature
really
will help
good.
players keep track of all the different weapons they tested.
You know
as
what?
well
I
as
don't even care
compare
about
the
moving
different
targets.
recoils
That's a
of the
great
weapons.
change.
Now, as a player, you will be able to find the best loadout that works for you, without having to remember all the different weapons and attachments that you tested.
Oh, that's really good. That's a great
The
change.
team is continuing to
Thumbs up.
expand Siege's accessibility options and advanced controller options.
Oh, advanced controller options. Okay, yes. Sensitivity for drones, please.
We are very available for console and PC players. By default, you
mid-season.
won't
Dang,
see
that's fine.
any
Okay.
changes to your in the game, so stay tuned.
And
They didn't mention the control. They didn't mention the camera changes, the camera sensitivity changes. Wait, damn. I was hoping
finally,
that was going to be the.
you could play
whatever,
Operation Solar Raid on the season test. Share your feedback on R6 Fix.
Oh, they fixed
Now,
R6
before we
Fix,
go,
allegedly.
We have that one more thing
Elite skin?
just for you.
Elite skin?
It was born of a collaboration that's close to our heart and sure to make a few
Oh, I know what it is. It's the Maverick Elite skin. That's what it is, isn't it? The Maverick Elite skin, yeah.
new Yana fans happy out there. Here
Wait,
is
Yana?
the new Elite skin for Yana, inspired
for
by Nier
Yana.
Automata.
I don't know why I thought it was from Maverick. Oh, this is a different one. The one I was looking at was from Maverick, but this is a different one. This one looks really cool, though. I might actually buy this Elite skin, because this looks badass. Yana Elite skin, unit designation Yana. Nier Automata, yeah. I mean, it fits really well. So they still don't have the Maverick one yet, but that's fine. That is really, really dope. Overall, great stuff. Love the season. I'm hoping that they add more like the stuff I added, or the stuff I said they should add, because that stuff really matters to me. But great start, great way to end the year. Good stuff. I hope next season is an absolute banger. Actually, it doesn't even need to be a banger. All they need to do is just do all the other stuff I said, like buff grim, buff sense, add the controller sensitivity for drones option, and then you're good. Siege is good. I don't even care what else you add, as long as you add those three things, we're good. Siege could survive for the next 2 years without new operators, and I'd be fine. Actually, that's not true. I would want new content. But I'm just saying, those would be good changes. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Take care, peace, bye!